Gotta be us, dog. Gotta be us.
You know, we're going to need to play our best on the stretch here when it counts the most.
Still in the hunt. Still a lot of football to be played, so we just got to get to work.
I want to get this win this week against Carolina, but it's going to take everything we got.
It's just all about focus. You know, put that game behind us, get back in here today, knock this walkthrough out, just go back to who we are.
About time this jungle up. Let's go.
Coffin nail.
Bam, bam, bam.
Intercepted.
It's the unofficial halfway point of the season, as the Bengals look to get back over 500 before the bye. Welcome in to Bengals Weekly. I'm Marissa Contepelli. It's on to the Panthers as Carolina makes its first trip to the jungle since 2014. But before we get to kickoff from our Salute to Service game, we turn the mic back over to the players as we relive some of the best of mic'd up moments so far this season. We'll also check in with Dan, Dave, and Jeff, who give their keys to the game on Sunday. And on Countdown, I'll tell you what major milestone Joe Burrow has his sights on against the Panthers. But first, the veteran leadership in this locker room is as strong as they come. And as the team has fought through some adversity, it's a trait that they're leaning heavily on this week. We now go behind the stripes with the Bengals leaders.
This is NFL football. There's going to be a lot of adversity each season in whatever form it comes, but one thing's for sure, it's going to come. And when you have that mentality and that relationship with your players and teammates, that's the only way to get through it.
Just like, you know, last week we were the best offense in the league, and now all of a sudden we stink and everyone thinks we're going to miss the playoffs and we're going to lose all these games. So it's such a roller coaster each week.
Excited, you know, just for another opportunity. Last week didn't go the way we planned. You know, the thing about this league, you get another opportunity the following week.
Because everything is so up and down, and you kind of need that level-headed mindset on the team, and that's part of your job as quarterback.
Just tuning it out week to week. You're a Super Bowl contender, and our guys do an excellent job of understanding because they've been through these seasons before.
You know, when you're in a position like that, you just don't want to let your teammates down. I think a lot of guys in the defensive room and across the team have that belief and mentality in each other.
We're not going to compare anything to last year because this is a whole new team. So we're just going to focus on the now. I think that's the biggest thing, the biggest message that we need to talk about as a team is focus on the now, be where your feet are.
And you got to put it behind us. It's not indicative of who we're going to be the rest of the season. And go get a chance to grab some momentum here at the end of this week.
How close we are, how connected we are as a team, I think will definitely show in this second half of the season.
Take more.
And the message this week is to just keep moving forward. You know, we got an opportunity to get a big win and some momentum going into the bye, and that's what we're focused on doing.
Got to find ways to win games. Guys got to step up. That's part of the NFL. Still in the hunt. Still a lot of football to be played, so we just got to get to work.
It's just a fact that we've been here before, and you know, what we're going to do is just what we've always done is just prepare to win a game week by week.
Hey, this should be a dogfight, all right? Choose violence. Send this back and make them tap out.
My message today, I'm going to be a demeanor hound. I don't want to see any sulking, any pouting. Be on people because we need some high energy, high execution practices.
I think the sense of urgency has picked up throughout practice and everything that we do, not just practice.
And then ultimately, you know, the crescendos into a great performance on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, if we play you know, the way we're capable of playing each and every game and each and every series, then we have all the potential in the world to win every single game that we go out there and play.
Our standard that we've set here in Cincinnati now has built for the hard times, and I think that's something that will definitely help us succeed in the second half of the season.
Von Bell and Akeem Davis-Gaither were better together in Week 8 for the Bengals. On a key third down late in the second quarter, the Bengals defense dialed up the pressure on Browns quarterback Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett back to throw. He gets hit. Ball comes out. Grabbed by Akeem Davis-Gaither. And the Bengals will take over near midfield as Akeem Davis-Gaither comes away with the interception as Brissett got hit hard and coughed up the ball.
Bell was a part of both Bengals' forced turnovers Monday night, as the initial pressure he applied on Brissett allowed Sam Hubbard the time to get in and knock the ball loose for Davis-Gaither to record his first career fumble recovery. Von Bell and Akeem Davis-Gaither are better together. Brought to you by Fifth Third Bank.
Yeah, buddy. Remember, I'm hot tonight.
Coming up next, we hand over the mic to the players as we relive some of our favorite mic'd up moments so far. Stay with us here on Bengals Weekly. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Kettering Health, the official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. We have hit Week 9, so what better time is there to hit rewind on the tape as we relive some of the best of mic'd up moments from the first 8 games.
Hey, before we start this, I want y'all to know I'm mic'd up. I'm warning you ahead of time. All right, I'm mic'd up.
Yeah, buddy. Remember, I'm hot tonight. Hot mic.
Don't forget I'm mic'd up.
Finally. I hate the lead up to game day.
Let's go. You and me, baby. What up, baby? Let's go.
Jardine on prime time. Y'all know what's going on. This is what they've been waiting for. Get them what they want.
Huddle, huddle.
Huddle!
It is close.
Gives it to Mixon. Burst up the middle of the field. Racing to the 20 with an angle at the 10, 5, and taken out of bounds inside the 5.
Great job, Joe Mix. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go.
Move the chains, move the chains. Move the chains.
Oh my God, I made him fall. Stumbling like that. Joe, you playing football, you dealing?
We're playing football, baby.
Burrow on a 1st and 10, gonna loft it down the sideline. Chase has it, and he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Press man? Press man? What are they doing?
Let's go, y'all. Dig in. Come on, boys. It's our shot. Let's take advantage.
Let's take advantage right here, bro. Let's do it. It's our moment.
Caught by Chase at the 50, runs through an arm tackle, down the sideline. He's going to take it to the house. Jamar Chase, a 60-yard touchdown.
Go, out. He can't hold you. Out, man.
Oh, yeah.
Catches a high snap, quarterback draw. It works. He's to the 40, 45, and tackled from behind at the 48.
I had to wait on Ted.
Hey, we're going to get this ball back, and let's run it up their Let's run it out again, Frank. Let's do it.
Big levels. You know him. Good job, man.
Good job, baby. That's how you play. No! Where's my dog? Where's my dog?
Let's go.
Down, go home, okay? I've had enough today.
Let's finish this. We're going to see y'all second half for sure. Most definitely.
A bug just flew into my mouth. Jesus. That was disgusting.
Yeah, I'm mic'd up. I'm not saying nothing about me.
Sorry, no field goals today.
I know it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah.
Nailed it.
Every Friday this fall, the Bengals were out at a different high school football game, as we have teamed up with Ohio Cat to cheer on local schools. Last month, Houday and the Bengals Stripe Squad were out at Lawrenceburg High School as the Tigers hosted the Rushville Lions. Students and fans had the chance to win great prizes, including passes to attend a closed practice later this season. Rule your school and be on the lookout for Friday Night Stripes, as the Bengals and Ohio Cat could be coming to your game next. The Bengals look to get back over 500 before the bye. The guys give us their keys to the game next, here on Bengals Weekly. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, the official bank of the Cincinnati Bengals, and your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Welcome back to Bengals Weekly. The Bengals look to get back above 500 against the Panthers as they face a must-win game in Week 9. Let's check in with Dan Hoard, Dave Lapham, and Jeff Hobson, who give their take on what the team needs to do.
As Sam Hubbard pointed out this week, if the Bengals can win on Sunday, they'll have the same record going into the bye as last year's Super Bowl team at 5-4, but they've got to win to be able to say that. And in this Who Day conversation, we are going to give 3 keys to bouncing back from last Monday's loss in Cleveland. Lap, you go first.
Well, as a wise offensive line coach that I once had said, it's on us, man. So as a former offensive lineman, I think it starts with the offensive line just trying to up the ante. Everybody individually, increase your performance by 20%. Make sure that your footwork's right, your hand placement's right. Make sure you're finishing blocks. And then also communication, recognition and communication, up and down the line of scrimmage. Make sure that everybody's on the same page. Like Frank Pollock says, master the mundane. Make sure you're doing the techniques that you had been working on all that week to handle that defensive front and configuration.
It always begins up front. Butch, how about you?
Well, whenever injuries hit, and they have hit the Bengals secondary, it's always time for the kids to step up. With the loss of Awuzie, he's their number 1 corner. He's the guy that travels, so they're trying to grapple with that, and they have other injuries back there. You get the crown jewels of the 2022 draft are now going to have to shine. Cam Taylor-Britt forced into his first NFL start on Monday night. And Dax Hill, in order for them to get to the bye 5-4, those 2 rookies are going to have to play like vets.
Awuzie is obviously not the only star player who is out. Jamar Chase won't play this week. DJ Reader isn't likely to play. But let's talk about the star players who are going to be on the field for the Bengals on Sunday. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, and Trey Hendrickson were all selected by their peers in the NFL as 3 of the top 100 players in the league. Carolina is 30th in the NFL in sacks per passing attempt by the other team. Joe Burrow should have time to throw. Jeff Wilson had 120 rushing yards against this team a few weeks ago. Maybe this is the first week this year that Joe Mixon goes over 100. And in the Bengals' first win of this season, who was the most dominant player on the field that day? Trey Hendrickson. If the Stars play like it this Sunday, the Bengals will get to the bye at 5-4.
Hear, hear.
There you go. 3 keys to bouncing back from Monday night's loss in Cleveland in this week's Who Day conversation.
What can we expect to see as the Bengals take on the 2-6 Panthers? NFL analyst Adam Rank now joins Dan Hoard to discuss it.
Our guest this week is Adam Rank from the NFL Network and NFL.com. Adam, you were on the set Monday night after a rough night for the Bengals in Cleveland. What was your takeaway from that game? Just a bad night for the Bengals or something that concerned you a little more than that?
Honestly, you know what? We see this way too much in the NFL. You don't want to get too excited when your team's playing really well, and you don't want to get too bummed out when things are not kind of going their way. But because if the Bengals win this week against Carolina, they're 5-4, which not coincidentally or coincidentally was their record last year. So let's not get too bummed out.
At 4-4, this was a team that you picked to win the AFC North prior to the season. What is your big picture take on the Bengals to date?
Well, I still believe that they're going to end up winning the division. I know that Baltimore's ahead of them right now, but I look at Cleveland. I think Cleveland had that one little gasp. Pittsburgh already selling off players, but again, ultimately, and I know there are some injuries on defense, I still think this is a very talented football team. And I think that when you're in a high-profile primetime game, things get kind of overblown. So as long as you can go out this week against the Carolina Panthers, reestablish yourself, I think this team's going to be just fine.
The Bengals host the Panthers this Sunday at 1 o'clock. Do you have a key or keys for the Bengals to come away with a win?
They've been very good outside of the division, which is cool, but you got to start winning some of those division games, number one. The Panthers have played much better football as of late, ever since they traded away Christian McCaffrey and they elevated PJ Walker to their starting quarterback. He was a player that I thought, was kind of overlooked. They love PJ Walker. So I think that he's a better quarterback than people are giving him credit for. DJ Moore is one of the elite talents at wide receiver who's never really seemed to take off, but has been, over the last couple of weeks, been playing exceptionally well. You got to play better against the run. Deontay Foreman is not Nick Chubb, but still, that guy is a good player. And if you allow him to get, into that second level, it's going to be a problem. But I think we'll see a renewed effort from the Bengals this week. And as long as you slow down DJ Moore, I think you'll be okay. It's not going to be the walkover. I know a lot of Bengals fans probably looked at this game in the preseason and were like, well, this is a win. Realize that this is a better team than people are giving them credit for. The Panthers have some talent on the defensive line too, so protect that quarterback.
I appreciate you doing this today. Thanks so much for your time. Keep up the good work.
Thanks so much for having me.
Joe Burrow is once again closing in on a major milestone. Coming up next, I'll tell you what to watch for when Burrow takes the field. Stay with us here on Bengals Weekly. Bengals Weekly is brought to you by AltaFiber, proud to be the official internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Betfred, the official sports betting partner of the Cincinnati Bengals. Join Dan Horde and Dave Lapham Wednesday nights for the Bengals Game Plan radio show live, presented by Bud Light. Visit Bengals.com/gameplan for a list of locations each week. Today's Salute to Service game is presented by Feasel. At each home game this season, the Bengals and Feasel are teaming up to give a new roof to a current or former service member. To learn more, visit Bengals.com/Feasel. It's a catfight in the jungle, as the Bengals are set to meet the Panthers for just the 7th time in team history. This will be the first time Joe Burrow squares off with Carolina, but it's not the first time he's facing a game where he can reach a major milestone. And the one he can attain on Sunday is a grand one. With 372 passing yards, Joe Burrow will become the 7th Bengal to ever throw for 10,000 yards, and would be tied for second fastest in NFL history to reach that mark. Joey B leads the NFL this season in passing yardage, as QB1 is averaging nearly 300 yards per outing. Burrow has thrown the 3rd most touchdowns in the league with 17, and the 7 he has tossed while under pressure this season, well, that's most among all QBs. As for the defense, the Bengals have held opponents to just 7 passing touchdowns on the season, tied for 3rd fewest in the NFL. Quarterbacks are completing only 58% of passes on the D. That's good for 3rd fewest. The defense has also been stout on 4th down, leading the league with a low 14% conversion rate, 9% lower than the next best team. Well, for the 3rd time this season, the defense forced multiple turnovers in a game, and Von Bell was directly involved in both of them. Bell's interception on Jacoby Brissett brought his season total to 4, a new career high for the 7th-year veteran, as Bell is now tied for the most INTs in the league this season. It's no secret that Trey Hendrickson has a knack for getting to the quarterback. Hendrickson has recorded at least 1 QB hit in each game this season, as he logged back-to-back weeks with a sack. Hendrickson's 90 PFF pass rush grade is the 3rd highest among all edge rushers this season. And as a team, the Bengals have been dialing up the pressure. Cincinnati's 37 QB knockdowns is 3rd most in the league. And as the Bengals welcome in the Panthers, they will look to make it 3-0 against the NFC South this season, after defeating both Atlanta and New Orleans last month. Cincinnati hit the 30-point mark in both of those contests, as they will now take on a Panthers team that has given up 24 or more points 5 times this season. Contepelli's Countdown is presented by Betfred. And don't forget to play Ultimate Bengals on the Bengals app for your chance to win amazing prizes, including tickets to Bengals home games. Don't forget to check out Bengals Picks presented by Ohio Lottery, now in the Bengals app for your chance to win prizes throughout the season. 18 and over. Terms and conditions may apply. It's now time for this week's Kettering Health Fantasy Report. T. Higgins has been the definition of consistent. Higgins posted 13.9 points in Week 8, making it the 6th game this season the receiver has been over 13 fantasy points. The same can be said for Joe Mixon. Monday marked his 7th game this season in double-digit fantasy points, as Mixon is the 11th overall ranked running back this season. And for Carolina, Dante Foreman is coming off his best outing in Week 8, where the running back posted over 31 fantasy points thanks to a 3-touchdown day. Thanks for tuning in to Bengals Weekly. Kickoff between the Panthers and the Bengals from Paycor Stadium is coming up. For Dan Horde, Dave Lapham, Jeff Hobson, and our entire crew, I'm Marissa Contapelli. We'll see you after the bye. Bengals Weekly was brought to you by AltaFiber, proud to be the official internet provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. Paycor, proud to be the official HR software provider of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Kettering Health, official healthcare provider of the Cincinnati Bengals.